All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to LuvBay Afrobeat Music Talk Radio. It's your boy, Shon Williams, aka Mr. President. And this is the safe room, a safe space for entrepreneurs, business owners, and sometimes some dancers, artists, creatives to share their personal, professional stories. And today, guys, it's happening. It's finally happened. I literally had to go back and remember the last time I've had this individual on my show.
2022.
No, it's further back. 2021. 4 years.
That's a lie.
Y'all may know her in the chat, always giving the love, the number one supporter in the chat. But today, she's a guest on the show. First off, let me just give the biggest introduction I could possibly can.
Oh.
She's twin. She's a sis, number one, the best dancer in the city.
Oh, no.
Shut your mouth. I don't care what anyone says. Underrated. She's an absolute gem, okay? So she is a dancer. She is a choreographer. She is a teacher, okay? When I'm talking about, like, excellence, we're talking excellence, okay? She's also studying right now for her bachelor of she got her bachelor of fine arts in 2022, and she's pursued her master of education right now. Come on, round of applause. Clock it. And listen, she's been doing her thing. She's performed for many artists, including Danny Fernandez, and also Ashake. If you heard of him, yeah, she was there dancing with him on stage, getting lit, getting, turned up. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, y'all met Mr. President, all right? This is the first lady right here. The Mr. President, the first lady. You know what it is, twin? Sis, Shenel, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Listen, it's about time.
I know.
And listen, let the people feel your energy too, man. Don't be
They
afraid.
might halfway through the show.
Halfway through the show, yeah. I feel you. But
I'm better in the comments. As you can see, I'm better. I'm a typer.
I feel you. So, I mean, like, I'm happy to have you on because I told myself, like, I need to have you on eventually. Like, it's been so long.
What is it? It's September 4th?
Yeah.
2024?
Yeah.
We'll have to wait another 4 years.
Yeah. I just have to wait a longer time. So, but it is what it is. So, I mean, we're going to talk about your dance career. We're going to talk about, what you're doing right now. We're also going to talk about, first impressions. I know when I got started, I needed to make first and lasting impressions. So as you. So, I mean, we're definitely going to talk about that. But before we get into all the questions, we got to get into the juicy stuff. We got to do the hot seat. And so happy to be doing the hot seat with you because, again, you've been on the show before, but that was at the way beginning.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done the hot seat before.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is going to be fun. This is definitely going to be fun. So, first question, off the rip, outside the work that you do, tell me something about yourself in one sentence.
I am a God-fearing person who sometimes likes to have fun.
Yeah.
I know you would be like, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I know that.
We live in the same household. That's my twin brother.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, that's a valid point. I mean, I think it's the sometimes having fun part.
Sometimes having fun. I think since I've been a kid, actually, I've always relied on my self-instinct and, like, my faith to justify what I do. So I've always been, like Sean says, boring. And I think more so in this generation, like growing up and going in certain spaces, I relate more to that sentiment now. However, I do believe I operate more with God-fearingness than I do with anything else. I feel like that's my identity. So I don't fit into certain places anymore, or I can't go certain places anymore without a certain level of discernment. So yeah, I think I like to have fun, but I like to have respectable fun. So I think if anyone needs to know me, it's like I put God first and then anything else after that.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good because I feel like that's a lot of things that we say to do, but like we don't always live up to. And I know you're someone that always lives up to it, which I mean, I commend you for that because I know a lot of people is like, oh yeah, I'm a God-fearing person, but at the same time, it's like there's the imbalance of like, oh, I go out and have too much fun. It's just like, what are you talking about, man?
So I have fun. I have respectable fun, but I also know how to make people laugh.
Yeah.
Am I not funny? I think I'm the
No,
I'm
are
the comedian of the household. Ask anyone, I hold it down.
Yeah, she definitely is. Like she is the comedian, like the Kevin Hart, the Chris Rock, the Cat Williams, whatever title you want to give her, she's definitely that for sure. Okay, the second question I wanted to ask you, and this one's like a little bit of a personal one, but what is a memory? You know, it could be any core memory that you always keep to yourself, or like it's like it always comes back over and over again, you know?
A core memory in what context? In like family context,
It could be
school, life?
family. You know what? How about this? How about we do like in school? Because you know what? I was talking with some people at work about like reminiscing on the days of like middle school and high school. So like, what's a like a core like high school moment? Because I know middle school like
the
we didn't do
reggae
nothing.
Christmas play.
Yeah.
That's a core memory. I think for anyone who was there, that was the best play. It was produced by Shon. We could always say written, produced, ran by Shon. It was an incredible time. It was community driven. It was about just Black families and the stereotypes within Black families within the holidays. So it was very comedic. It was very like nonsensical, but it was also very like relatable.
Yeah.
And I really, really appreciate that. I think that's what I carry through my life. Even when I got into York and I got into like predominantly white spaces, being able to share the sentiments with like Black folks and actually have something to hang on to, I really did enjoy that thoroughly. So I think that's a core memory of mine. And if you know, you know.
Yeah, like you had to have been there. It was definitely a time. I remember the backstory too. Like, what was the teacher's name?
Are we good dropping government names?
No, Sally. You know, Sally.
Oh, Sally.
Yeah. I forgot her last name, but
Don't drop the government.
she wanted to do like the 12 days of Down. We're like, that was whack.
No, we're not doing that. And then Sean's just like, what do we do like a Black Christmas play?
Yeah, like I literally think I wrote the script like the same night.
If anyone knows, Sean is low-key a film writer. And I think that's good. That's one of his future endeavors.
No, like I'm trying to get into
Sean
that.
likes writing and producing things.
Yeah,
so that's a fun fact about him.
Speaking of fun fact, let's get into the next question. I wanted you to share an interesting fact that you don't really talk about with other people.
Interesting fact? Ooh, I don't know what kind of interesting fact to give. You're gonna have to give me a context again. I'm a context person.
What context? I mean, just anything. You know, like what is something that's like if you told them, it's like, bro, I did not know you. Or better yet, it's like, let's say you met this person for a long, long time. Because I know you have some people you met for a long, long time. It's like, oh, by the way, like I do this, or like this is a known fact. It's like, bro, I've known you for years and you never shared that, or I would have never figured that out, you know?
I like singing in my head. I like singing.
Yeah.
I think I really do enjoy. I thoroughly enjoy vocals and like video production and like singing. I think anyone who met me or meets me is never gonna be like, oh, she's a singer, or you know, and people kind of associate me as a dancer or anything else within the arts, but singing, I think.
Yeah.
I think that could be a fun fact.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like another one is like you are like really good when it comes to like music editing, or I guess like on the sound engineering side.
Inclined because I'm a dancer and like I've danced all my life. I'm very good at like picking up backbeats and hearing things. And oh, I think another fun fact would be I'm really good with my hands. Like I'm really good at building things.
Yeah.
I'm really good at constructing and like deconstructing. And I'm also really good with technology. Like if I can hack anything. Like if you give me something, I'm gonna decode it. I'm gonna find it. If you need to find someone who you've never met before, I can find them for you.
That's crazy.
I'm actually a detective.
Nah.
So I love technology. I'm like a nerd when it comes to
that's good. You know what? There's a lot of people I know like in the business world that hate technology. So honestly, guys, like there's your contact.
Like I'm an IT person. Like give me anything and I'll figure it out. All
right. You heard it first. Okay. Final question for the hot seat, and I ask this all the time. What is your personal safe room? So what's a safe space? It could be physical, could be mental, that allows you to be your authentic self.
I would say not my room. I don't think I've cultivated a physical space, but I think over the years I've cultivated a really good mental space. Like I'm very much able to switch in between the real world and stillness. So I think for me, meditation. Like if you ever hear me go quiet and start to hum, or sometimes you'll see me walking around the house like whispering to myself, I think I've done a good like job of understanding how to switch out reality and put in spirituality. So I think my safe room would have to be like meditation.
Yeah. I feel like if you were gonna say something different, I'd be like, you're capping.
No, I think it's meditation. I think it doesn't matter where I am. I can be on the bus, I can be in transit, I can be on my workplace. Even today, one of my friends were like, Shenel, are you okay? And I didn't even realize that I was kind of like whispering to myself. And I'm like, no, I'm just in meditation. Like that's where I am most of the time. So like for me, it's not a physical place because I can't say my room, because I'm not a person that likes to confine myself to one place in the house. I'm also not a person that likes to confine myself to one standard of things. So I think my mental space and meditation would definitely be my safe space.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like another thing that's like interesting about you is like you have like this I would say gift for just being able to kind of sense like a disturbance for certain people or
Yeah.
like a disturbance for certain settings as
Yeah.
well. You know, I
Mhm.
think one of the biggest examples is like, remember when the Raptors won the chip and we
Mhm.
went out to the parade? Like you and I had this feeling of like, you know what?
Mhm.
Let's just leave. Like it
Yeah.
was like, why do you want to leave? It's like,
Mhm.
let's just leave.
Mhm.
And I remember we got home and that's when we heard about the shootings.
Mhm.
You know, everything home. It was like, bro,
Mhm.
like you would never sense that. You're just like, oh, like
Yeah.
you guys are bugging, you know. So
Oh, is that shit? Sorry.
shout out to Shanique.
Sneaky Shaniki. How are you, Shanique? If anybody knows, that's the bestie from Kingston.
Yeah.
Sorry, not to put out your location anymore. I was like,
Not giving away her Addy.
I didn't give away the Addy. Everybody should know Shanique. Okay.
Yeah, I know she's happy. She's like, finally, like Shenel's on the show.
Shanique. I didn't even get to message her. I've been so busy. I'm like, I need to tell Shanique that I'm gonna be on tonight. But I knew she was gonna see the link anyways. I was like, I know Shanique.
Yeah, she probably saw my story. She's like, hold up, wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so yeah, that's a hot seat. Very simple. So let's get into the questions now. But before we do so, again, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Safe Room here on LuvBay. This is not a drill. We have Shenel on the show. Usually she's in the chat, but she's here on the show. You know, she's doing me a solid. You know, it's been a little rough for me trying to get guests because everyone's busy. I'm busy, so she's filling in. We're gonna have a really great conversation. One more thing before we get into the next question. I'm having my celebration event September 20th. For anyone who's listening, Shanique, I know you're here. I want you to come out, okay? You need to pop out because it's about to be lit. It's about to be a time 10 out of 10 vibes. So make sure, again, if you want to get more information, head to my Instagram at the Safe Room Official. That way you can get tickets. That way you can buy. That way you can come and vibe with me. It's 5 years we're celebrating. So we want to be there and celebrate the most of the Safe Room. Okay, so
I'm going camping.
You're going camping? Oh, well, you know, I hope you have fun camping. I do hope you have fun camping.
Me and Shanique talk.
Definitely, for sure. Okay.
I need to touch grass. You know, me too.
Yeah.
Sorry. So this is how we actually operate. So it's gonna be a little different.
Yeah. No, I feel like everyone's gonna like the vibe, you know. So it is what it is.
Kind of finish each other.
She also said she needs to touch grass as well.
No, but that's what I saw.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Anyway, so yeah, you got into dance like very young. What was it, like 6?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, I mean, like, so for you, how did that moment, you know, how did you take that in firsthand? And, you know, how did you have the ability to, you know, develop a passion moving forward? Because obviously, like when people get into dance, it's like, it's either you get that spark, you continue with it, or just like, okay, I just did it when I was young and I'm doing something completely different. So, like, what was for you that, like, the first moment's like, oh, wow, like, I actually like this. I want to keep doing this. And just how did that fuel your passion moving forward?
I think thinking about it now, I started dance at a really young age. If anyone knows the backstory, I was self-taught most of my life. I can say I kind of got official training when I got into a post-secondary program at York University, the dance program, and I completed my BFA there. But before that, I was very much the cypher girl, the freestyle girl, the dance in the backyard girl, the dance in the bathtub girl. Like I danced anywhere, and I think it is my God-given ability. And I think God gave me this ability because I also had a hard time relating with people through words. I think I'm really good with words and cultivating that now. But growing up, I was more of the shy kid and the reserved kid. So at 6, I think when I discovered dance, the first thing I discovered about myself is that I could actually hold a beat. So I grew up dancing in my I think elementary school with Miss Robinson.
Yeah.
In the gymnasium. So my mom would wait every day after school for me to practice Cotton Eye Joe. Do you remember Cotton Eye Joe?
No, bro.
And Pata Pata in the gymnasium of my elementary. And I think from there, I kind of just saw that I had rhythm. Like at 6-year-old, I didn't really know I had a passion for it like that. I just knew that I was good at it. Like I knew I was looking at other people. I was just like, wait a minute, this is more like an innate ability. It's not something that's really difficult for me. So I was just like, I was just very good at it. And I was just able to do it naturally. So I think that was the first thing I saw. And as I grew older, it became more of a passion when I realized that I was able to kind of touch people with it. And people could actually relate to my movement. And I honestly got the validation, not from mankind alone, but from God himself. Like, this is my ability. This is what I was placed on this earth to do, to share my gift through dance. So yeah, that's really how it started.
Yeah, obviously we got some love in the comments saying, yeah, you're very good at dancing. Like I tried to tell you guys at the beginning, the best dancer in the city. No one wants to listen to me. The best kept secret. I used to hold that title. I'm now bestowing it to Shenel. Okay.
Oh, you know, Sean never used to hold the title.
Yes, I do. Yes, I did.
Left feet. Love you very dearly.
I'm not talking about dancing. I'm just talking in general. I'm the best kept secret. No one really understands. Like, no, like, listen, we're not denying. I got like two, like, I don't even have ankles when I dance. I don't have to describe it. So it's what it is.
One day you gotta share your dance move to let your hair down or let your hair down.
No, we're not doing
Sean
that. We're not doing
dance
that.
Move that he does, and it like whiplash every.
It's not even a dance. It's like you said, it's whiplash. I can't even describe it.
I don't know how he doesn't wipe out every single time.
Yeah,
he
like
just tries and it.
I feel like the older I get, like one day I'm just gonna do it and my back's just gonna crack.
It's just gonna give out.
Nah.
Oh, I see Peter Lynn. Hi, Peter Lynn.
Peter Lynn, yes, best guest ever. Yeah, it's the best guest. It's a long time coming. For people who don't know, Shenel's been on the show before. It was just like 4 years ago when like we weren't doing video, we weren't on the radio station, so there was no actual footage. But now, like, there's no excuse. Like, you're gonna live on YouTube forever now.
Okay, digital footprint is here.
You know,
Peter Lynn, no ankles. I don't know how to describe it, but he levitates in a way that's
it's
not normal.
It is what it is. So I mean, but you mentioned Miss Robinson. Like I do remember, like, you know, doing like the Kana Joe and all that nonsense. Like
I appreciate her though, because I think she was the one who instilled in me the importance of keeping at something when you're good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like before I believed in myself, she was probably the first person dance wise that believed in me. And she was the one who was just like, continue with this. She was the first hard teacher I had too. I think she's probably one of the hardest teachers I've had. In grade 2, I was learning how to kick ball change and like shuffle ball step and pas de bourrée and all these things and all these other phrases that I can go on about. But she was the one who was like, keep going, make a mistake, keep going, do it again. And like I perfected it. From a young age, I learned terminology, I learned discipline. And that's how I really grew as a dancer and as an individual too.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I don't know why people in the chat want to see my moves. That's not happening.
It's happening.
No, it's not.
I might have a video on my phone.
If you do, it's not seeing the light of day.
50K likes and I'll drop it.
No, we're not getting no likes. Doesn't work like that. It's not streaming like Tyson that. Like, oh, no, we're not doing that. Anyway, so yeah, you've done a lot. Like I remember, like, yeah, elementary you did a lot. Middle school is like a weird period where it's like I don't want to get into it, but it's a weird period where it's like. You did a lot of like assemblies and dancing there, but I mean, like
middle school was exploitation.
Yeah. Like I don't know how to describe it, but you know, it was a weird time. But I guess during that period of like middle school, like did you try to find ways to still stay active with dancing through like dancing at assemblies, or did you feel like I'm just focused on my academics at the time being?
I think middle school is where I developed the competitive side of my dancing, in the terms that like. You were actively always fighting to be in a spot for an assembly. And I don't like competition. I'm not a jealous person naturally. So I think middle school is that also a tricky age with friend groups. So I was really exploring like, who do I want to dance with? Who's a better dancer to dance with? And I kind of lost my passion for dance in a sense because it was very, very touch and go. I more so related to dance on like a personal level and not like a collective level with other people. So I think dance in middle school was kind of like, okay, we'll return to this maybe in high school. And I did, but in middle school, I didn't really like it as much. It was weird.
Yeah, I remember like, I forgot who was it. Was it you and Carvella? It was
Why we named
No, it's the same room. That's why we're here.
No, I'm just saying, like, what were we thinking the name drop? I'm like,
yeah, no, like, what was the dance? It was La Pasto Yota. Like, I remember that.
I had such good memory.
I remember that so well. Because I was there at middle school, like after school, waiting, and like I was just hearing like
there was LL Cool J. LL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was that one too.
Yeah, Rock the Bells, man.
Rock the Bells. There was a few of them, and then we did some Christmas assemblies too.
Yeah, I do remember that. But it's like you mentioned, like I feel like middle school it was like competitive. It was like
like I feel like I was always fighting for a buff. Like somebody auditioned me for Canada's Got Talent at this point because I was always fighting for my life.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't understand it.
Honestly, I won't drop more names because again, I will keep it friendly. But I do know a group of girls that were competing with you and Carvella. If you remember.
It was a very competitive time.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like dance.
So I feel you. But then like obviously high school comes and the story behind that, like I know originally you didn't even want to go to Downsview.
No.
That was something. What was it again?
Earl Haig.
Right.
I wanted to go to an art school. I really did want to go to an art school and explore dance, and not just dance, but like musical theater, visual arts, everything in between. But that didn't end up happening. I just think location wise, it was just not very logistical. And since Downsview was like super close to our house, we're like, oh, let's just go and give it a try. And luckily, I ended up in the arts program, and then I was also part of the Afrocentric program, which is really good.
Definitely, for sure. And I remember like being part of the Afrocentric program, I was like, what does that even mean?
I didn't understand that either. But by the end of it, we were like, power to the people.
Yep, 100%. That was like a super dope experience. And that actually gets to my next question. And, we can kind of expand on it. You were at one point captain of the school dance team. And I remember like the amount of practices you guys had, because you had to get ready for TDSB Creates. You guys had other things like Just Be Graphic. There were so many different opportunities. So what principles did you have and you continue to keep to maintain that level of excellence? Because we're going to get to like the good stuff, like the real accomplishments. We're eventually going to get to that. But I mean, like, what were the principles that you tried to uphold during that time being in high school, getting more opportunities to dance?
Yeah, the principle would be principle. I always like to say that. I'm a principle person. Beyond what it is, it's not what you do, it's how you do it and how you operate in certain spaces. I think integrity is what I learned from a young age. Like, I'm a very integral person, and I hold that true in every single space that I go in. And with dance, it can become very dog eat dog, and very much like, oh, I want this opportunity, or you can get this, but I want it more. And it's very touch and go. So from a young age, I learned that if it's for me, it will never pass me. And if it's for me, it will be for me. Who God bless, no man curse. So I was able to kind of differentiate what was good and what was bad from a young age. Like, this is very, very much what I need, and this is what I can just push to the side. I didn't know that about you, the art school.
Yeah, Earl Haig, that was the original plan.
That was the original plan. But yeah, like integrity and principle. Learning the principle of a situation is very, very important, especially as a dancer, because the dance world is very what's the word I'm looking for? Beyond competitive, it's very cliquey. And I think when you're learning and you're growing with different people, it can sometimes be bunched up, and you can end up ostracizing other people. People can end up looking at you and asserting certain narratives on you. So yeah, just staying true to yourself and knowing what to take and what not to take.
Yeah, 100%. I remember when like Downsview also was my first choice. I think it was Mackenzie.
It was Mackenzie because you wanted to do math.
Yeah, like I was the math dude. So like I was so upset when I didn't get in, but then like it's kind of a blessing in a way. Like, you know what would have happened if I went to Mackenzie? I don't know if I would have had the I will say it. I don't know if I had the legacy I had in Downsview, because we left the legacy. We together, we left the legacy. I feel like there was a group of us at Downsview that was like, it was kind of like the Black Panther movement.
No, we did. We really reformed that whole school.
Yeah, and it's not even to like take full shots, but I feel like when we came in, there were so many stigmas and stereotypes that were placed upon that school, and we just tried our best to make it feel like a home, like a proper community. So I mean,
especially as young Black children growing up, there was a lot of stereotypes already. I remember hearing things like, oh, don't send your children to that school. Like, Downsview is not the greatest school in terms of record, but we made it great because the community that was there. It's never the building that makes itself, it's the people in the building. And we had aspirations, we had dreams. We also came to know the system, and we gained a lot of agency, if I may say. I think Downsview was the time where we actually learned how to use our voice and be the voice for the voiceless, but to also champion change. So I think Downsview was the time where I actually stepped into myself as a person, and it helped me become the better dancer.
Yeah. We did a lot of legendary stuff, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, we did a lot of legendary stuff.
What do you mean?
We both did, but
yeah,
Sean championed a lot.
Dude, like
with student council and like
DAA, Breakfast Club.
Oh, can we talk about Breakfast Club for a minute? We were really up in the people then establishment at 7:30 in the morning making French toast.
But I mean, here's the crazy thing. There were days like we were there for 7:30, and like depending on the day and the context, we wouldn't leave there till like 9.
Yeah, we were there for like 12 hours sometimes.
Yeah, it was like we literally worked a job there for like 4 years.
For 4 years. And I didn't care, but I couldn't see myself doing that again. I don't know if it's age. I feel like
it's probably age.
My 14-year-old bones couldn't do that. Like Yeah, my 14-year-old bones were very strong. My 24-year-old bones, I don't know if I could do that again. Like
Obviously, yeah. Obviously, the biggest accomplishment, and it will always be Black Brilliance.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. Well, we did. Nah, what we're still bringing today, like, nah, like that was us. That was us.
Legendary.
Us, Tanola, Carvello was part of it as well. Like, we did the thing, man.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Okay, so I do want to talk a little bit deeper on, university, because it's a very interesting story, because obviously you've gone on such a high trajectory at this point, and then uni hit, and you told me personally just how that experience was. And I mean, obviously we're giving you this safe space. If you want to be open, cool. If not, that's totally fine. But I guess, what were some things that you just took away after, graduating, being done with the dance program at York? I think it was LAPD, right? AMPD, right? AMPD. So,
and it's no longer AMPD, actually. It merged with the theater program, so AMPD no longer exists.
Okay.
But I think the biggest thing that I took away from that was to not desensitize myself from things that happen to you. Because I think sometimes in life you can go through things, and when you go through them, you're like, I never want to think about that. But what I went through in New York set me up for who I am today. And I went in there a dancer and came out an advocate. And I feel like I had to go through a lot of what I went through in order for me to find my voice even more and find out what my purpose was in life beyond just movement. I think a lot of what happened in New York was very hurtful, because I came from such a high from high school, of course. Like, I had such great community, of course, Black community, but beyond that, like, support, love, like oversight, people actually pouring into you. And then you get to a space that's predominantly white, and you face full-blown racism. You face discrimination on a level you didn't know existed. You face ostracism on a level you didn't know existed. You're continuously having to champion your own voice. You're having to find your voice to voice your voice for other people's voices. And it's just voice after voice after voice. I think I talked more than I danced in that program. And I know there's a lot of people can attest to that. It was a lot. I feel like it was a lot, but it prepared me for even where I am today. And I'm very, very grateful for that. Would I do it again? Probably not. But it was one of the most challenging but most rewarding parts of my life.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Shanique. She's someone that could attest to your journey as well, being part of that space and having to deal with all those obstacles as well. So, like, for me, like, I took business, and it was the complete opposite. It was actually a very diverse and multifaceted, like, group of students there. It wasn't like, oh, just you're white business people. Like, no, like, that was Schulich. That might have been the case with Schulich, but for the program I took, was business and society, was more open to anyone. There was a lot of flexibility. But I feel like for you, yeah, you did go through some periods where it's like, bro, like, again, I'm doing all this advocating, like, where's the dance, where's the creativity? Like, I'm just trying to, like, build up on my own self, not try to fight against a system that's just not going to be willing to change. And I know, like, for you, for Shanique, for anyone else there, it was like a sisterhood that you guys built upon, trying to not only have your voice, but have a seat at the table and remain there, not just for yourself, but for anyone afterward who were to take that program, that the seat would still be open for them.
And to this day, I'm still fighting it. It's one of the main reasons why I went back to do my master's in education with a specific focus on policy and reform, because I realized there was a gap. And the gap is that the system is going to do what it does best, which is oppress. The system wasn't built for a specific kind of people. As marginalized beings, I don't like the word racialized, but as marginalized beings within a society, you have to be willing, like I said, to change. You have to be willing to actually, like, go forth and make the change and be the change you wish to see in the world. So a lot of what I did was just finding my way and finding ways to be at the table, like you said. And even though they didn't want me at the table, they took up the plate multiple times and put it to the side. They didn't want us at the table. I continued to go back and say, hey, like, I'm here, and this is why we matter. And honestly, among all the other things that happened with COVID and the George Floyd and, like, the social uproar, there are things that have changed, and there are things that I still want to see change, but change doesn't happen overnight. And I also understand that with the system that we exist in. But it's really, really imperative that I want to encourage people that if you see something that you want to change, that you actually use your voice, because you'll never know until you try.
Yeah, 100%. I really got nothing else to add. Like, just mic drop, just drop it there.
And you can't even see the mic.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Like, you guys probably you could sort of see it, but like there is a mic here, but it is what it is. Again, just quick recap again for those who are just coming in. Again, this is the safe room here on LuvBay Radio. We're here with Shenel. Usually she's in the chat in the comments, but today she's in the safe room space itself, talking about her personal experience, and it's great. I'm happy that you're here. I said like it's been a long time coming, so I'm glad that we're having this conversation now. Let's talk about the accomplishments, because as much as you said that there was a lot of things in New York that were a little bit rough, there was a lot of good things that I saw. One of it being like IE crew, you know, the moments there, you know, the stuff that you got to do there. And also we need to talk about this. You got to dance with a Shake. Like, we need to talk about that. Shake was like the biggest like Afro artist out there. So I mean, we need to talk about how that happened, because she likes to sweep that under the rug, and like I will not allow it to. Like, I will let people know. I think I shared it with so many people. It's like, oh, you know, Shake. Oh, you're listening? Like, yeah, my sister danced with him. Oh. Yeah, just lightweight, you know, lightweight.
If anyone should know, I'm the opposite of Shon. Like, when we go into a room, like I duck into the corner, and Shon like, hey, how you doing? Like, Shon's like poking everyone up, and I'm just like sinking.
I'm very curious how September 20th is gonna be, guys, because she's gonna be there. I'm
getting better though. I'm getting better. In terms of a Shake, it was a wonderful experience. Yeah, I got the phone call from Victorian, so shout out Victorian. And I was just able to kind of go out, and I think that was a point in my career where I was like, okay, this is everything that I've worked for. I'm being recognized on not just a stage, but a grand stage. And people actually see me as someone who can actually do that stuff. You know, like, it wasn't just a, oh, can you just do this? Like, no, you actually thought of me, and you put me on to this entire venture. It was very, very, I think learning everything to go on stage was very stressful. And it also taught me a lot about myself even more. And that's part of the reason why I think I even stepped away from dance for a moment. Like, I haven't really been on the dance scene for the last, I want to say 4 or 5 months. And that experience taught me a lot about myself, about my bandwidth, about what I stand for, what I don't stand for. And I think it opened my eyes to a lot of what the industry holds. So it was a very rewarding experience. I will never go back on that. But I'm also very like humbled by it, and know that I can also accomplish more.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I know we always have these conversations. I'm like, yo, who is like one artist that if you had the chance to perform with, like, who would it be? And I know you've had given me different answers. You said Chris Brown for sure.
I don't think I think Janet Jackson.
Yeah, you said Chris, but Janet.
Elliott.
Yeah, Missy.
Only because, like, not really Chris Brown like that. But I think as an artist, I would love to execute his movement. I think his movement is very difficult. So I'm like, okay, I think I could see myself performing that. But Janet Jackson for sure. We are a part of the ring.
Yeah, Janet would be dope. Missy Elliott. Is there like maybe any new artist that you kind of think of, like, you know?
I can go on a tangent about this. New artists don't really value dancers like that. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. I feel like the older artists, like the Missy Elliott's, the Janet Jackson, there was a certain level of artistry to their performance. Like, it was comprehensive. It wasn't just vocals. It was background. It was set design. It was the pyrotechnics. It was everything. I feel like nowadays, if you give someone a mic and you sell out a stadium, that's all that really matters. I don't really see much people.
Every single mainstream rapper, just insert name here.
And it's like, when that starts to like fail and the trajectory of the career goes like this, they're like, oh, let's just add dancers for minimum wage. That's a whole nother conversation. But I think old school artists is where it is.
No, even like award shows, things that get me tight and so mad. You know, when you watch your artists perform at award shows, and it's like, all the dancers from like different acts are doing like the exact same choreography or like the same type of thing. It's like, okay, let's get lit. Okay, shake your booty. It's just like, what are we doing?
I think social media and short form content has ruined dance. I think a lot of people I think it's great for exposure, but I also don't think we actually recognize dance as an actual art form anymore. I think people see it as a pastime, as something that anyone could do. Like, I've spent years training to be where I am, or to even be in the opportunity to teach others. And I still don't hold that lightly, because I need to be always working to be a better person in order to even continue to teach, to be a hip hop educator, whether it's Afro, whether it's even dancehall. I don't put myself in certain spaces because I still need to learn in order to teach. But I think nowadays everyone qualifies themselves. Like, YouTube University has qualified a lot of people. TikTok University has given a lot of people degrees and things. And that's what we need to shy away from and actually return to the love and the art of dance. So
Yeah.
when we're looking at like dancing behind someone or even dancing for someone, there's a certain level of mastery that you have to actually perfect.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like, yeah, that's a whole other conversation. Like, also like compensating dancers like properly as well.
Oh, we don't want to talk about compensation.
Listen, I mean, like they're not even doing a good job for a lot of like artists and creatives in general. Whether you are a singer, a dancer,
Artists are severely underpaid.
yeah,
We're not appreciated enough. We're not given the time to actually voice our talents. If you're looking at CATA rates, union rates, you got rehearsal fees, you got actual day fees, choreography fees vary from dancer fees. It's very, very broad.
Mhm.
So when we're looking at compensation, it needs to actually be addressed before we even start talking about putting dancers on stage.
Yeah, for sure. Just quickly looking at the chat, I'm seeing everyone's showing nice love. Val, excellent conversation. Jay, excellent conversation. Shenel, it's great to see you in the studio. Yeah, but well said, Shenel. And I mean, like you said, like I feel like this also pertains to a lot of the conversations we have on the safe room when it comes to business people. When you're getting in contract with someone or you have a client, you usually talk about like the compensation. Or if you're gonna bring me in to do something, I want to know like, hey, like, do you have a budget to pay me for? And it's like people think, oh, you're jumping the gun, but at the same time, it's like not all the work that I could possibly do can just be for free. And like it's also just communication. If you're upfront and say, you know what, like my budget's a little tight, I don't have as much, but you know, depending on how much I can pay you, you can let me know how much you can offer in return. You know, like I think that's super important in general. So I think, like you mentioned, the compensation aspect that should be brought up 9 times out of 10, if not like one of the first things you bring up. Not to just say
respect.
Yeah,
respect. The first things you bring up. Say, hey, I want you to do X, Y, and Z, but just to let you know there will be no compensation. Or let us discuss an honorarium, or you could possibly have to invoice me for something in the near future. But I just think the lack of even willingness to bring forth compensation, that's a bit weird for me, because not everything is
it's not like, you're weird.
You're weird. Not everything is about money. And I think as a growing dancer, my advice is to always take opportunities. I think it's great to venture off and to say yes to things, but even that can become tricky, because there was a point in time where I had to stop saying yes to things, because they knew I was the person that would just be like, oh, hi, hey, how you doing? Shenel will do it for you. She'll perform on that stage. She'll choreograph that. But I'm like, okay, hold up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yes, don't take my kindness for weakness, though. I've also got to a point in my career where I can give you a price, and I also taught for a lot of years. So yeah, there's balance, and it's context.
Yeah, it's like you said, you have like a great way of like being vocal, but also like being humble. See, I mean, I'm chippy. If I hear something, I'm like, no, it ain't going down like that.
Shon's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, like I need my bread. You know what it is.
No, you have to. I don't knock it.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, speaking of like, you know, being able to go out and like talk to people, you know, making a really good lasting impression. So like I said, I'm like the extrovert. I know I try to tell myself I'm an introvert, but if I'm leading to which extreme, it's an extrovert. I love to talk to people. I love to conversate. Shenel's like, you're the opposite. You're more of like, I'm a homebody. But I've noticed that the times that you do go out, you're able to capitalize on certain relationships, on certain spaces that you're in, and leave such a lasting impression. So like for you, how important is that? And like, what are some lessons that you've learned in being in such like limited spaces that you've been in and having that lasting impression with someone?
It's not about how much you go out. It's like you said, it's just about talking to people and being able to relate to people. I always say, like, I'm not a talker, but if you talk to me, I will talk your ear off. Like, I know how to converse, and I know how to like be personal with people. I think the one thing that I've learned is that you always have to study a space before you go into it. If someone invites you, for example, to like a black like brunch, like a soiree kind of thing, where it's a meet and greet networking opportunity, you have to do your due diligence to kind of research the space that you're going into. 9 times out of 10, you're going there because something's attracted you. So there's a niche. I like to see what is in it for me. And that might sound selfish, but I'm very particular with my time and my energy. I don't like going every and anywhere. I don't like speaking to everyone and like just being a part of everything. I'm very selective. And my selectiveness has gotten me very far because I've put myself in certain places and people know how they can access me and how they can't access me. And that's my boundary that I've set within myself. And it's served me so far. And Sean's the opposite, but it's also served him. So you have to know who you are as a person. I know my personality, and I know that if I was in certain rooms, I wouldn't talk. So people would see me a type of way. But the rooms that I do choose to go in, I know how to interact with those type of people, and I know how to interact to be a part of that space. Does that make sense?
No,
like
yeah.
When I'm in a dance space, like I know how to chop it up because I know dance lingo. I'm like, yeah, that. But when I'm in a business space, oh, I'm hush. You're not hearing anything because I'm less like of the Quincy. Yeah, I'm not like.
But hold on, like I do want to debunk that because a lot of people think it's like that, but it really isn't. When it comes to like a lot of business events or networking events, it's very chill, very laid back.
But you see, I would know that, so I'm glad that I can hear that from you. But for me, like I've analyzed myself and how I can gain and add to a space. I rather add value to a space than to take away from it because I know how quiet I can be. Yeah. And sometimes my quietness and my reserved nature is taken as stushness. And really, I'm just observant. Yeah. Like, I like to see before I speak.
Yeah. And like I tell even people too, like if you're just getting into like networking. So like when I got into networking, a lot of events I go to, like back in 2022, I was just like listening. I didn't speak. I actually was just observing, taking in information. And from there, you know, I thought, okay, let me just throw in my little pitch, little 1-2, like, okay, I have a show, like, we'd love for you to come on. Now it comes to the point, like, I'm literally guiding the conversation. I'm the one that's talking the most, but I try my best to not only talk, but also help people who are coming in to like take on my experience, on my expertise, and encourage them to sometimes go up to someone and introduce yourself, but also be a listener, like taking information, write it down, you know, find ways to connect with folks and follow up with them one-on-one. Like you mentioned, do your research. When I go to events, you know, I like to make sure like who's going to be there, like what's it going to be about, like what's my mission statement, how I'm going to approach this person. And I know it's even crazier because like sometimes I might go to an event and I'll do like interviews. I might collab with an organization. It's like, okay, let's do these interviews here. I'm very particular with what questions I ask. You know, I don't want to just be like, oh, business, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, we're all trying to like make money, you know, satisfy the bottom line. But at the end of the day, it's also about collaboration over competition. We're not trying to compete against each other.
Yeah, it goes back also to like personality too. You have to know how you can manage certain spaces so they don't become overwhelming or you don't get overstimulated. Because I think Sean is very good at like, oh, I can be in here. My social battery. After a couple minutes, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to sit. Like he said, I'm a very observant person. I love to listen, but I'm also very deep. Ask Sean. He's just like, what is this philosophical question you're asking?
No. Bro, I'll be like literally like, I will give her riddles and she's like trying to give me a philosophical answer. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you?
No, but like I love deep conversations and I love like picking people's brains and hearing perspectives and like understanding the world on a different level. Sean hates that I don't like movies, but I love documentaries and I love reading. And he's like, "Oh, you're boring."
I don't hate reading. I don't hate documentaries,
no,
but it's like when
Sean's like, "You're boring."
No, the problem is, it's like I can watch documentaries. There's actually a lot of documentaries like just from YouTube I watch. The problem is when that's the only thing you watch.
I will watch the randomest documentary, like about a submarine.
No, like it's a lot of like crime, mystery.
Like I love pausing the TV and being like, what? Why would Jack do that? Like, what?
I mean, I don't hate on that because again, I listen to a lot of podcasts that are like 3 hours long.
And you see, I can't do that.
You know, and I would dissect that. I'm just saying, like, have a balance, guys. Like, I'm telling you, put on any genre of movie. Shenel's falling asleep in the first 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. It can even be like the most like notable and historical movies of all time.
I'm not even going to disclose what I fell asleep to.
Yeah, we're not even gonna talk about that.
No, because people would be like, card removed.
Yeah,
you didn't fall asleep to that. Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just I love learning new things, like something that will make me pause in the middle and be like, fact check. And that's just because I just love. I'm a learner of life.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, student of a game. That's what I like to say for myself. You know. Yeah. So okay, so another question I wanted to ask you before we actually get into our fun little activity for the episode is, with your educational background, why do you believe it's important to highlight DEDI initiatives that not only exist in the higher education space, but even talking about the business ecosystem? Because we look at business nowadays, a lot of Black business owners are struggling with so many different things, whether it's like mentorship, access to financial resources, making income. I think a good chunk of like income that's distributed to Black business owners is like very small, like less than 5%, which is it's insane to think of, but it's a very small percentage. So how do you feel, John, only just highlighting some of these initiatives, but maybe even debunking them or having more deeper conversations on it?
That's a great question. I think the biggest thing for me is the system. Like, it doesn't matter what avenue you're in, whether you're in higher education, whether you're in business, whether you're in tech, whether you're in the arts, you're always dealing with some system. And DEDI, which is relatively new, it's typically DEI or EDI, is decolonization, equity, diversity, and inclusion. When you're dealing with those sentiments, you're always having to look inwardly and outwardly. So when we're looking inwardly, decolonization, it could be as simple as decolonizing your mind. Like, what are things that I believe to be true that are not true? How am I decolonizing my mindset that comes from colonialism, whether it be Eurocentrism, whether it just be oppressive ways of learning, knowing, doing, existing? When you look at equity, it's not about being equal, it's about giving everyone a fair chance to succeed in life. When you look at diversity, it's about diversifying not only what you know, but who is among you. And inclusion is not just including everyone, but including new thoughts, new ways of thinking, new ways of doing. So I think DEDI or EDI or DEI is very, very important when you're in certain dance spaces, because those are the things that are going to drive you the most. And I think that's how I've learned to be successful in spaces. Like, I always ask myself, like, is this equitable? Am I actually being inclusive here? Like, am I actually thinking correctly? And it's not just a systemic thing. Like I said, it's very applicable to who you are as a person. Like, I think those are rudiments and fundamentals that you can use throughout your whole life. And I like to ask myself that even before I go into a space, even before I start a work, like, what do I think to be true that's not true about this workplace? What am I bringing in thought wise that's going to help elevate this space, or it's going to help devalue this space? So that's how I kind of see DEDI within the dance community and within myself. It's not just for a system, but it's for everything.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like you kind of just gave away like your thesis. Like,
yeah, that's my thesis.
Yeah, like that's what you're working on right now. But I think it is super important. And like, even in the business realm, I feel like, again, being able to go into spaces and ask yourself, is it equitable? Is it inclusive? Because a lot of the events I go to now, it's like, I'm very particular. Sometimes if it's like I'm going there to like support someone, then cool. But if not, it's like a lot of these events, like, you'll pay an arm and a leg and you will get little to no information.
Yeah, no, because they haven't included you in the conversation. They've included themselves mentally and like what they can gain. But you see, like, you can walk into a space and know that a space hasn't even considered me based on how it's set up, based on how they started talking to you, based on even how they interact with you. Like, DEDI is very important.
Yeah, 100%. I think it is important for people to really talk about that and just all the types of industries, like whether it's higher education, within dance spaces, within business. Being able to have more conversations upon this really helps us to, increase our intellect on it, but also be able to apply, new solutions or new directions forward. So people feel equitable, people feel inclusive, that there is diversity, and we are debunking old structures and old frameworks that just favor certain groups within the system.
I like that. Put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, put on a t-shirt. Yep. Quote it.
Lock it.
Yep. 100%. Well, yeah, those are all the questions I have. I mean, again, I'm glad you're here. We've had a really deep, introspective conversation, as I expected. Now let's get into the fun things. So, guys, obviously, like, we do the role play, but I feel like the role play might not be needed this week, because I mean, like,
you're always me. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
What, if it's supposed to be you?
Yeah, I don't even know how. Okay, if you were to give an impression of me, like, what would it be? Let's go.
What up, guys? It's your boy, the president, back in the safe room. You know what it do, what it do. 1, 2 crew. Okay, let's get it. Did I do that correctly?
Yeah, I mean, okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how genuine did you feel when you were saying that?
100%. We share the same DNA.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm just checking.
That's 100% you.
Yeah. Like I don't know how I would act you out, honestly.
Because I'm very mellow.
It's like, hey guys, yeah.
How you doing?
I can't be like I'm not mellow.
That's what I'm saying. Like everyone sees us and they think I'm the hyper one because I'm the dancer or I'm like insert spaces. But this one, he used to jump off walls as a kid.
Yeah.
There's one particular picture of us. Remember that picture? And it was like we were on the bed jumping up.
Oh yeah.
Like you can see that you could just always tell.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, I want to do this little fun activity now. Listen, I was talking about this at work today. I felt like, you know what, let's just keep up the vibes. I was at work today and we were talking about Disney shows. Just pure memory, just going down memory lane, throwback Thursday. And since it's appropriate, we're going to do it here. So, Shenel, we're going to do a tier list, okay? So we got 5 different tiers. We got S tier being like 10 out of 10, okay? S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier being like, and it's kind of mid. It's in the mid pack, you know? So, as you can see, like the singing, like she'll just burst out singing just randomly, like why? Like I don't understand. Anyway, I'm trying to explain the game, and you're like, you're singing. All right. So I have 20 Disney Channel original shows. Okay.
20?
Yeah.
You're 20?
I'm not 20, but it's like 20.
You don't the meat.
What? I don't be touching TikTok like that.
This is not TikTok. This is Vine. This is Prime Vine.
Vine. I watch Vine, but it's like
Vine is outdated.
Yeah, Vine is outdated. But they need to bring back Vine.
They need to.
Yeah. Anyway, you're distracting me,
That's
bro.
what I do best.
No, like this is what I'm saying. Like sometimes she gets annoying. Like, anyway, like so we got 20 shows. We're gonna put them in a tier list, okay? Okay. This is you. I'm going based off of your opinion. So again, if any of y'all get mad, that's her opinion, okay? All right. I'm curious too. So
I just stopped doing that. I must get my eyeballs off.
Here we go. We're gonna start off with the first show. That's So Raven. Where are we putting that?
Tier 1, right?
Okay. S tier is like 10 out of 10. A tier is like
S tier.
that. Okay, not even question it.
Yeah, no question.
Okay. Say less. No, that's a goated show. I'm not gonna lie.
That's goated. Raven Baxter. That's so Raven. I'm gonna regret watching back and doing that.
Nah, I mean like it is a go show. Okay, how about this one? Wizards of Waverly Place. S tier? Is everything gonna be S tier?
And you know everything's gonna be a breeze.
I mean, I did bring some heavy hitters, so
ask my mother. She used to watch the shows with us. Shout out mom. Shout out dad.
Yeah. All right. Watching. Next one, Kim Possible. C tier?
Okay, hold on.
No, I'm just saying it.
Wait a minute. Let's do B tier.
Okay, dude, just go with your gut. Like,
I want to say C, but I think B is more fitting.
Okay, so if you want to say C, like, what will be the explanation?
B is more fitting.
Okay.
I think C is a little outlandish.
It's a golden show. I ain't gonna lie.
No, it is.
Nah, I had the biggest crush on Kim and Shigo.
Kim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, they won't understand. For a lot of guys, like we had like crushes that we used to watch. Like
Kim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Next question.
Cheerleader. All right, next one. Sunny with a Chance. Yeah, I'm going deep.
Sunny, I don't remember that show.
That's the one with Demi Lovato.
Oh.
Yeah. You have to do your research. He's having to search it up.
Sunny with a Chance of Meatballs, right?
No, that's the movie.
Oh.
Sunny with a Chance. Yeah, like.
Oh, this song. Oh, song. What? This show.
Yeah.
Let's say B.
B? Okay. I thought you would have remembered it.
I remember yellow in my head. Like I hear Sunny
yeah.
Yellow. I don't remember much.
All right. Next one. Austin and Ally.
Oh, S.
S? Yeah. I love that show, man.
Episodes with Trevor Jackson.
Oh my gosh. I remember that episode.
Oh my god.
They made it believe that like Trevor couldn't beat Ross Lynch. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not saying Ross Lynch is talented, but Trevor Jackson smoked this guy.
Listen, bring back Prime TV. Bring back like I know we live in a completely, this is a sidebar. I know we live in a completely different generation where TV is no longer a part of our daily values. You know what I'm saying? Like you used to come home from work, come home from school, turn on the TV, set your VCR. That doesn't exist anymore. However, I feel like if Disney was what it used to be, we would put down the TikTok and pick up the remote. You know what I'm saying? Just I think TV is really bad nowadays.
All right. Okay. Next one. Ant Farm.
Ooh. I would say A.
A? That's valid, honestly.
I would say S, but there was a few flaws.
Honestly, this is probably one of the more underrated shows of all time on Disney. Like, this does not get talked about. This show is so great.
Mhm.
I love it so much. Okay, next up we have Jessie.
I like Jessie. I would say
A tier?
A.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Cameron Boyce, man.
Yeah, that was very important.
That was so shocking to hear how young he passed
I
away.
know. And it was 2019, right? Or 2019?
Something along the lines of
Oh,
that.
it's been a few years.
Yeah, it has been a few years. That's crazy. Next up, Phil of the Future.
Let's say D.
Dang, you're not a fan of the
We
show?
gotta chat. I've always wanted to do that.
Oh yeah, the private chat.
There's a
Yeah,
private chat.
yeah. We got 10 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna try to wrap up real soon.
Sorry,
So
yeah, hold on.
no, it's all good. It's all vibes. Don't even worry about it. Next up, Hannah Montana.
Oh, S.
S tier. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Honestly, like it might be the biggest show ever from
No,
Disney.
for
That you think about it, like.
just an ordinary girl. Sometimes I'm lazy.
Yeah, the songs from there go to as well. Next up, Girl Meets World.
D.
Dang.
I'm so sorry. That was a good show, but it wasn't the greatest show. I think I have to watch it again. Maybe my rankings might change. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, we're halfway through. Next up, Corey in the House.
Oh, I almost said A. S.
S tier? Yeah, I like that answer.
Corey in the house. Hey.
It's a party every week, baby.
Corey, check it out.
That's right. I'm in that. Nah, that show was golden. I don't care what anyone says. It ended too soon. It ended too soon, man. Okay. Next up, Good Luck Charlie.
A.
A.
It was a great show.
I feel like at first you weren't the biggest fan of
I
it.
wasn't the biggest fan, but it's a great show.
Yeah. I won't lie. I was just binge watching it the other day.
I need to see. I'm also not a binge watcher like that. Like I feel like once I've seen it, like
Yeah, you need to go back and just tap in, bro. Anyway, next up, Lizzie McGuire.
D.
I will say this. I don't care if I piss Disney fans off. The most overrated Disney
did
show
not
of
like
all
that show.
time.
I didn't really like Lizzie like that. I mean, Lizzie's a perilous. In Zellers, if you
Like-
remember Zellers as a Canadian, that was a time in history.
Like, I think Lizzie's super overrated. I'm sorry. I'm not saying it's a bad show, but everyone's like, oh my God, that's top Disney. No, it's not top 5. It's not top 5. It's not top 10. I'm sorry. It is what it is. So, next up, this one's a personal favorite. American Dragon, Jake Long.
I'll give it A.
Mhm.
You used to love this show.
Nah, like this show?
I think that show specifically was the first word I said apparently, and I always mess it up nowadays. Specifically, I think that show premiered at 1:00 in the day.
Yeah.
So you only got to really watch it live, like the odd day we stayed home, or like if we had a doctor's appointment or something. I vividly remember. So that's a core memory for me. Sean would be like, "Oh my goodness, American Dragon's on."
That's my boy. That's my guy.
And that was Sean's show.
That was my guy. Next one. I think it's the greatest cartoon show of all time. Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, S.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know people are like it's SpongeBob. I'm sorry.
If I had
Phineas
to be
or
a
SpongeBob.
person from there, I think I'd be Doofenshmirtz.
Why?
I think that's very me coded. You know?
You would be if I had to name someone, you are definitely Vanessa.
I forget what Vanessa does.
She's like always dressed in black Doof's daughter.
Maybe.
I'm not saying you're a god, but like so laid back in her lane and mature. That is Vanessa to a T. If I say who would I be? Low-key, I might be Phineas. I'm not as sporadic as him, though. But no, I'm not. Like, listen, you have to really put context. These two guys were building stuff every single day just for the heck of it.
You're always doing something.
No, but like we're
we call
talking
him Justin Trudeau.
No, a lot of people actually said I should be prime minister.
We call him Justin Trudeau because every day he's in a meeting. When you hear Sean, I'm in a meeting. When you hear Sean, he's doing something. This guy's.
It is what it is. Anyway, next one. I know this is your favorite. Shake It Up.
Oh, A.
A tier.
I think it had some work to do. Hot take. We love Zendaya around here. When she first started, the acting was very unbearable.
Yeah.
Very unbearable. It was almost borderline.
I mean, she's grown over time.
Grown like exponentially. But like no, when it first started, it was not doable.
Okay, we got 4 more. The Proud Family.
Oh, S.
I think honestly, like before it was That's So Raven, it was the Proud Family, man. Like
Wizard Kelly, Laciana Boulevard. I think we talked about that today too.
Yeah, you know what? I saw something on TikTok. You know, the Blues Crew.
Yes.
I did not know. Like, what's it? When? Yeah, I know the leader. They did an episode on the recent reboot where technically the reason why she was blue because she was ashy.
Oh, stop it!
So like it was her, like she wiped her skin. It was like oh.
So all of them.
So I'm saying like they were just ashy this entire time.
No, back then what was it? Rinju, you had Razak, you had Jurgens. Like it can't be ashy.
That's crazy. I was like, man, okay.
Oh, Razak. Is it Razak?
I think it might be
the Avon. Is it the Avon lotion?
All right, next up, The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Oh, A.
A? Not S? Dude, that show is amazing.
Oh, we'll put it Z.
What is Z?
Right in between.
Bro, we can't.
Okay, let's say S.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to do S,
I think S is great. I think S is good.
Dude, because like, come on, the memories, the characters on this show. I mean,
Corey.
I could go on for days for that. Next up, Casey Undercover.
See, it was a great show, but it was like, again, I could have done without it. Like, if it never existed, I don't think I would.
It's funny because I know you like Zendaya a lot.
I love her as like an actor now and as a person. I think what she embodies too, but like, I'm not biased. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, no.
All right, and finally, Liv and Maddie.
That can hold E.
We don't have an E, so I guess D then. Dang, you're not a fan of Dove Cameron?
No. I'm not saying I'm not a fan of people. Digital footprint. I wasn't a fan of the show.
Well, those are all I have right now. So I think keeping track, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shows in S tier. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in A tier, 2 in B tier, only 1 in C tier. That was Casey Undercover, and you got 4 shows in D tier.
Ooh, that's actually bad.
Well, it's not bad. It's your take. It's your take.
Do you think that's a valid list?
Yeah, I think it's valid. Honestly, like I don't see any complaints. I think this might be a perfect list. I might. I know, like Jesse, I'm on the fence for S, but I think A is fair.
I think A is fair.
I think Kim needs to be A. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
That would be A, but I think everything else, like,
see, we share DNA.
Yeah. Let it matter. I might give it C. It wasn't too bad, It wasn't too bad. So it is what it is. But that's everything. Sis, I appreciate you coming on. Appreciate your time. I don't even know if I want to ask this question because I don't even know if you even care or like if you want me to say, but like, where can people find you on social media?
Do I use social media?
That's the thing.
So it's just my name, Shenel .Williams on Instagram. Or is it underscore? Let me verify that for you. That's how much I really don't. I've been taking a social media break. I post every now and again. Let's see. Shenel .Williams. So that's SHENEL .Williams. And that's really the only social media platform that I use.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to go check her out, I guess follow her or whatever, then be my guest. But again, thank you, Shenel. Thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight for the Safe Room.
I'll see you again, sir. Maybe next week.
Like 4 years from now, probably. She'll be there on September 20th for my event. So again, if you're here in Toronto, it's taking place September 20th from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's happening at 309 Cherry Street. Shout out to Toronto Podcast for allowing them to have their space, have for our event. And also shout out to LuvBay Community because they're our #1 sponsor for this event as well. So shout out to them. There's going to be so much going on. There's going to be a fireside chat. There's going to be interactive activities, food and refreshments. It's going to be a raffle, or I guess like that's the plan, to do a raffle. There's going to be a special business announcement on my end. So I'm excited to share that. So make sure you guys pop out, see me See Shenel. It's gonna be lit 10
You
times.
can actually see the height difference in real time.
Yeah, so like it is what it is, but definitely pop out. Again, go to the Safe Room Official on Instagram to reserve your spot. But until then, make sure you guys tune in next week, to your favorite show here on LuvBay Radio. And Shenel will be back in the comment section.
I'll be back in
doing
the
her
comment
thing.
section where I belong.
So make sure you're doing that. Until then, we'll see you guys next time.
God bless you. Until next time.
All right.